welcome back to the channel. My name is Hope and this is Mission Keto. Mission Keto, whatever kind of keto that may be. As you can see by the thumbnail, the new series that I'm going to be doing is different types of keto and giving you a few recipes of each one of those types. And this week it is going to be vegetarian keto. Now, before anyone says anything, remember, this is a judgment-free channel. Everybody is different. I know meat heals and meat is so good for you and it can cure you of all your diseases, yada, yada, yada. But guess what? Some people just don't care for meat. And I am one of those people. I could never do strict vegetarian keto. I will tell you that up front because one, I love bacon. Two, I love tuna. I love canned chicken. I love my salmon. So things like that. But I thought, you know, there are people in this world that are vegetarian and maybe they are not at the health that they need to be. And maybe they wanted to try keto and they just aren't sure what to do. So I thought I would make a series of, hey, here's 3 meals that I had vegetarian keto wise, and I'll make a playlist of it. And if anyone comes over and they want to try something out, they certainly can. I also want to preface a couple of things. I am not a medical professional. I don't know enough about this. If it's healthy, I'm not advocating for it. I'm just trying to be helpful. If somebody is interested in doing keto as a vegetarian, here's a few meals that are going to be delicious for you. I did find a video that Thomas DeLauer made. It's been about 3 years since he made it, but talking about it. It's a thing. People do vegetarian keto, and I will link that down below. It's kind of long. I couldn't even finish it because there's just a lot of talking in it, and I get bored with that kind of stuff easily. But if you're interested, listen to it. And there are, you know, different things that you need to have, nutrients, and you can get those from different vegetables and stuff like that. And it was very informative though, because as I was planning out my meals, I was like, oh, that's why he said that, because that's why there's this vegetable in this that I'm making, because da 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 da. So you can certainly do it. You can certainly do it. I also want to say that if this doesn't interest you at all, I totally get it. But you can add a protein to any of these meals that I'm going to be making today and make it however you want. You know what I mean? Add some ground beef or add, you know, steak or chicken or whatever. So you will see as I'm making it. So it's still something that can be for everybody. I really do hope you like this. I was just trying to come up with something different and have something helpful. And these recipes are delicious. 2 of them I found online. 1 of them is my own. And then I will have everything listed down below for you to check out if you're interested. And at the end of this, if this was informative for you, or you know somebody that this might help, or you want to see me do some more vegetarian keto meals, then definitely comment down below and let me know. And let's keep all the comments nice, okay? I know not everybody likes meat. I'm never going to judge anyone because we're all different, right? So just let me know if you're interested in seeing more, because I can maybe do one of these once every couple months or something, because I have 2 more on the horizon too. So after this week's, I got another one coming, so stay tuned. But let's get into these recipes. I'm filming this intro after I've made 2 of them, and the first one that you're about to see, it was gone in 2 days. Gone, and I'm the only one eating it. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna make with all these ingredients here is a savory crustless breakfast keto quiche. But this doesn't have to be for breakfast. Obviously, I'm making it for dinner tonight. It is 6 o'clock, and I am making this for me. But here is everything that we need for it. We need some eggs. We need some heavy cream. We need unsweetened milk of my choice. I have almond milk in there. I forgot it, so I will make sure I go get that. We need some coconut flour, Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, some olive oil, small onion diced or sliced thin. I'm going to dice it, and I'm probably just gonna put very little of this. I don't really love cooked onions. I like them raw, but I'm gonna put a little bit in there. 8 ounces of mushrooms. I chose baby Bella mushrooms, and they're already sliced, so I just need to cook them up. And then we need a cup of asparagus. So I'm gonna chop a cup of this up into small pieces. A 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes, so that's what I have these for. A little bit of goat cheese and some mozzarella cheese. The mozzarella cheese is gonna be to top it. So as I was saying, this is vegetarian, but you could always add some ground beef or some ground breakfast sausage or bacon, something like that. It doesn't have to be vegetarian. Anything that I'm gonna be making this week in this video, you can add a protein. So that's what is nice about this. That's why I hope everybody will enjoy this, but I thought this would be fun to kind of do a vegetarian keto series. I've got a couple more in the future planned too, but this is the first recipe. So what we have to do is I've got the oven preheating to 350, and then you need a pie plate, but I don't have a pie plate. I used to, and I think when we got in the RV, I gave it to Goodwill or something. So I'm gonna use my cast iron skillet, and you wanna butter it. And you can see, I definitely did that. So I will speed things up, but let me tell you what I'm gonna do. So in a bowl, I'm gonna put the eggs, the heavy cream, coconut milk. Well, it says coconut milk, but I think they mean coconut flour, or no, the milk of my choice. Salt, pepper, Parmesan cheese, and the coconut flour in a large bowl. Mix it, and we're gonna set that aside, and then we're gonna cook these veggies on a skillet with a little bit of oil, and just get them slightly tender. And I don't like things, I'm so weird. I'm so weird because some things I want them dead, you know, like if I have a hamburger, I want it completely black and crusty on the edges. But with vegetables, I love them raw and I like a bite to them. So we're gonna keep them a little bit tender, which I like that for this recipe. And then we're basically just gonna mix everything together, pour it into the dish, top it with mozzarella, and cook it. So it's a very simple, quick, and easy thing as well. So let's start making this bad boy. Okay, so I think these veggies are exactly how I want them. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? And I love how the green asparagus, it just got greener. It just, the color's popping out. I did add, I wanted some more flavor in this too, some more seasoning. So I used, oh, let me show you. I thought I put it away. I did put it away. The Redmond's Real Salt Garlic Seasoning. This is the organic garlic seasoning. And it's got a grinder on it, but it's funny because you don't even need it because it just kind of comes out on its own. But I love this because you can actually buy the big, huge container of it and refill this all the time. So that's what I've got right now. There is a link in the description if you're interested in checking that out. But so now what we're going to do is we're going to put everything, I'm just going to mix it in here. It said to mix all of it in like one big bowl and then pour it in here, but I feel like that's just an extra dish that I don't need to clean. I don't want to clean. And then here's my egg mixture. Let me move it over just a little, the camera, because I don't really want the, there we go. I don't want that sitting there because it's so hot. So we're gonna put this in here. We also have to put the goat cheese in, and we're just gonna kind of dollop it in there because it doesn't really mix in real well, does it? I haven't tried this before, so I don't know. But I don't know, to me this is looking pretty delicious. Okay. And I was just thinking, oh no, it might scramble the eggs, but I think there's enough in there that it's not doing that. So we've got this. Now we're going to put this goat cheese in. I don't even know if I have enough. It said half a cup. I think this might be a little bit less than that, but it's okay. Half a cup, that's like, I don't think they really sell goat cheese in that way, you know? So we're just gonna kind of plop it in here. Plop, 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 fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Do you remember that commercial? I just aged myself. Yeah, I think this is plenty of goat cheese, so perfect. It was just what, 4 ounces. You could definitely do more if you want, but I will have this recipe and all the recipes that I make this week in the description box for you to check it out yourself. Let me rinse my hands, please. This is looking pretty good to me, I must say. And now we're going to grab some mozzarella cheese that I just shredded over there. And I'm gonna put more than what it says because it's just me eating it. Okay. Looking pretty good, huh? Looking pretty good there, huh, Rizzo?
Who?
It's from Greece.
Oh, I don't.
You did too. All right, so this is ready to go. We're gonna put it in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. I'll just put 40 minutes and then we can check it. And then I will show you what it looks like and we'll do the famous taste test. Will it make Hope dance? All right, so I just took this crustless savory breakfast quiche out of the oven and look at it. Doesn't that look delicious? It is kind of cooling off right now, so I'm gonna give it some time to cool. Then I'm gonna cut a slice and we're going to do a taste test. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Smells good too. All right, I can't wait any longer. But I will say this, that buttering this cast iron works just fine. It is not sticking at all. No issues there. But we're gonna cut into this and this is gonna be filling. Let me see. I don't even know how many servings it's supposed to be. Let's see. It says serving size, 1 slice. But it doesn't say how many. Oh, it does 8. Okay, my bad. So 8, just like any other pie. You would just cut it like you would a pie. Oh, you can see the goat cheese as well. Ooh. I guess I could have used a knife, but this is working just fine. Yum, scrumdiddlyumptious. So I definitely have stuff to eat now for the next few days. I could eat it as breakfast or I can have it for lunch, any of that. So let's see if I can get a nice scoop or a nice piece. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at all those veggies in there. Yes. All right, we're gonna do a taste test. All right, so there it is. Look at that delicious, savory, crustless breakfast keto quiche. I had to look at the title of it again, and it's got asparagus, some sliced mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes, a little bit of onion, goat cheese, Parmesan cheese, I mean, all of it. And we've got mozzarella on top. And I'm so excited to taste this. So remember, again, if you are not into the vegetarian portion of this, you could leave out maybe like the mushrooms or have the mushrooms and put like some breakfast sausage in there or bacon or ground beef, whatever you want, honestly. Brisket, I don't know. But here we go. We're gonna take a taste. And I think this has everything, the goat cheese, mozzarella, egg, all of it. So let's try it. It's very hot, so. Wow. Wow. That is fantastic. I'm not kidding. That goat cheese, I think, just kind of makes it. And I think I got the taste of the sun-dried tomato in there that just, wow. Whoa. It's very hot. That was delicious. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to dig into this, honestly. Very low carb. It only goes by net carbs on this, so I don't have a total carb on it. It's gonna be a little higher, I guess, because of the vegetables, but 4 net carbs, calories are 214, 12 grams of protein, fat is 16 grams. So all of that is good macros. You're still getting, look at that, 12 grams of protein per slice. So you're still getting everything you need, even though you're not getting the meat as your protein. So very excited about this first recipe. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's next. So we'll see you in the next clip. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is meal number 2 that we are making, vegetarian keto meals. And side note, the quiche that I made that you just saw, it's almost gone. I have 2 pieces of it left. It is so delicious, and I just made it like a day and a half ago. It's so delicious. The only thing I ate yesterday was that for lunch and for dinner. It was so good. And then I warmed it up in the air fryer. Since we don't have a microwave, it was delicious. But today we're gonna make something that is so simple and easy, and you guys know I love my salads. This is a vegetarian keto club salad. Or even, it's funny because it says keto club salad and then it says Cobb salad, but it's a Cobb salad. And it's got all the flavors of a Cobb salad, but without a big protein in it. So again, this is something that you can have and just add a protein to it. Or you could also, if you recently watched, I'll try to find this video, I made a salad and threw some crispy tofu on top, so you could even add even more protein. But today, I'm not starving, I'm hungry, but this just looks so delicious. So we're just gonna make this as is, and we're gonna make our own dressing as well. So let me bring it down. I didn't even organize this at all, so I apologize in advance. So for the dressing itself, we're gonna need a little bit of sour cream, which I have. We need some mayonnaise. I usually do use the cleaner mayonnaise, but this is what we had in the house with the kids and I wanna use it up. So we're gonna finish this up, and a little bit of milk. I'm just gonna do some half and half to thin it out. It did say, let's add garlic powder, onion powder, dried parsley, but I'm gonna go ahead and add this ranch seasoning that I have from Pork and Good. I do have a discount code if you have never tried their pork rinds with seasoning. Oh my gosh, I don't like pork rinds and I love their pork rinds. But anyways, they also have seasonings as well. And I'm like, instead of getting all those seasonings out, I'm gonna use this and make my ranch dressing like with that. And then you need some hard-boiled eggs, which I do have some here. I made this morning. We need some cheddar cheese. I'm gonna go ahead with Colby Jack cheese. You just gotta cut it up into little ounces. We're gonna need about half a block of this. It says 3 ounces or 4 ounces, and this is 7 ounces. So this recipe does make 3 servings, just so you know. So I'll have plenty left over as well. We need some cherry tomatoes, some cucumber, some Dijon mustard. I'm guessing that's gonna go in with the dressing, and then some lettuce as well. So we're gonna use my salad spinner and clean that up. I'm pretty excited about this. It looks so delicious. I will have this recipe listed down below as well, but oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Let's get started on chopping the vegetables and putting them all together, and then I'll show you the dressing. I'll speed everything up, but we'll do the dressing together. Okay, so we will start with the dressing first, and let's go. So 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I've got everything that I need, I think, here. This is a tablespoon, but it doesn't look like a tablespoon. So, oh my goodness. 2 tablespoons of that, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I got 2 tablespoon thingies out because I didn't want to, you know, make a mess. And again, this is supposed to make 3 servings. So whatever's left over, I'll just have to the side. And then it says garlic powder, onion powder, and parsley, which I'm pretty sure a lot of that is what's in here. Yeah, onion and garlic powder and parsley flakes, and then other things to make it taste like ranch, you know? So I'm gonna put a whole teaspoon, then we're gonna taste it and go from there. And then the milk is supposed to just kind of thin it out a little bit. So it says start with like 1 tablespoon of it. You know me, I always like to get everything, get all use out of it, you know? And now we're gonna stir this. I'm gonna do a little tasty taste. I should have got my little whisk. Hold on, I'm making Andy some pork belly. How hilarious is it that I'm making vegetarian keto meals, and then right off to the side here, I've got some pork belly cooking. But hey, you know, it's very funny that I mentioned that because I don't cook for Andy anymore. Like, this is not cooking, it's heating up steaks or pork belly. To me, that's not much, but I really do miss making food for both of us and stuff, you know? So, man, I miss it. I do. I miss cooking for him and stuff, but his health is most important. And right now he's not doing dairy. So it's like, we can't even make a pizza together or anything. Cry me a river, Hope. Oh my gosh, that is delicious. I think it has enough personally. So we're gonna put this off to the side, and then I'm gonna speed up the part where I'm kind of chopping up my veggies and stuff. And then we'll layer these veggies together. Look how quick and easy this is. Quick and easy. All right, so I've got everything prepped for this, and everything that I cut was for 3 salads. So I'll have ready to go for next time. And I think, honestly, I'm sharing this as the recipe calls for it, but I think for tomorrow when I have it, or the next day, I'm gonna put some tofu, crispy tofu on top as well to add even more protein. But so I've got my lettuce cleaned and it's been sitting. So we're just gonna layer, we're gonna make this pretty bowl out of it. And that was enough for 3. So we've got those, we've got the tomatoes, and this is for 3 salads, but that's funny because not so much. I'll probably cut some more of those up. Cucumbers, I can sometimes go without cucumbers. How do you guys feel about cucumbers? Sometimes I'm really in the mood for it, and sometimes I'm not, and it's really weird. I think I like the baby cucumbers better, but I was trying to save $1 because 1 cucumber was 99 cents. And if I bought a bunch of those little ones, it was like $3.99 or something like that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it this way. So hold on, my phone's ringing. Decline, okay. So I've assembled it, and then what's really interesting though, the Dijon mustard, it said to add the Dijon mustard in the middle, which that's interesting, but we're gonna do that. And I guess that helps with the dressing, but then once you mix it all together, it said a tablespoon, I just kind of guessed. So there you have it, folks. This is the keto vegetarian Cobb salad. And then here's my dressing. I'm gonna drizzle just a little bit over because I want to get a nice photo before I do a taste test. Look at that. How pretty is that? Delicious. So let's do a taste test. Okay, so I got my photo in, and I wanted to go over some of the macros with you. So it has 329.67 calories. So pretty good on calories. And then the fat is 26.32 grams. Net carbs, again, they don't go for total carbs. It's net carbs. It's 4.83. And protein is actually decent, 16.82. Not bad for just having some vegetables. But I will say this, like I said, you could add a protein if you don't want to do vegetarian keto meals for sure. I understand that. But then you could also add some tofu or even some mushrooms in there as well. So just a thought, but let's do a taste test. I did not grab a fork, so hold on. I mean, I know I'm gonna love it. You could do shredded cheese too, but for the sake of the recipe, I'm going with what it said. Yum. This makes me happy because you guys know I love salads. That's one of my favorite foods, but I'm gonna get a bite of everything. Egg, cucumber, cheese, no doubt. Okay, well, let me fix this lettuce because I don't need to make a funny. Okay. That's delicious. Wow, so good. I'm so happy with this. Like, this is stuff that I eat anyways. Wow. Interesting having the Dijon mustard in there too. Just to give it another little kick, I guess. But yeah, I will have this recipe down below also. So the next clip is going to be the last one in this video, and it's my recipe. It is my recipe on making something, but I will still have it listed down below. So we'll see you in the next video or the next clip. All right, so now we are at meal 3 for my vegetarian keto meals, and today's video we're gonna make something that I make on the regular, and it involves tofu. So a lot of you have asked, what do I do with the tofu? What do I make with it? And I've shown a couple of things, but I thought I would show today, one of my favorites is having tofu be my taco meat in tacos. So we're gonna make some cheese shell tacos today with some shredded cheddar, and we're going to crumble this up, cook it on a skillet, and then season it just like we would regular taco meat. And it is delicious. It really is. It has no funky pieces. The texture's nice, and I don't know how to say it, but there's nothing gross about it, I guess you could say. And it actually kind of looks like ground turkey or ground chicken when you make that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Now, I don't know if you've had tofu before, but it's packaged in water. So you really wanna try to squeeze out as much water as you can. And then we're gonna cook it pretty heavily, crumble it, I'll show you, into the skillet. And then we're gonna try to cook as much water off of it as possible. And you'll see there won't be any water by the time we're done. But Ralphie, did you wanna say hi? Did you wanna say hi? Come here. It's starting to thunder a little bit, so he's wanting to be held, but he looks so sad, doesn't he? What is it? Did you say hi to everyone? Say hi, everyone. Hi. He's starting to shake a little bit because it's raining. It's okay. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I took the tofu out of the package, and it's so simple. You're just gonna start it almost looks like feta cheese. You're just crumbling it into little pieces. Let me go ahead and turn this on. You do want a little bit of oil in the pan also. It is just me eating this. Andy is, carnivore, and he wouldn't eat this anyways, but I'll have leftovers. I'm only gonna make enough taco shells, for me to eat tonight, which I'll probably do 3. And then I'll have leftovers. I can make like a taco bowl or something like that. But I love this stuff. And there's so many different things you can do with tofu. Tofu actually reminds me of scrambled eggs too, though. You can make egg dishes too. But okay, so see, already looking pretty good. I've got the heat on, but I'm going to rinse my hands, and we're going to put a little bit of oil in it as well, just to help kind of brown it up. So give me a sec. All right. Here we go. I should have put the oil in the pan first, but you know, I'm not prepared. Okay, Ralph, you doing okay? You doing okay, Ralph? And I like to cook it, make sure all the water's cooked out of it, brown it up before I start putting the taco seasoning in. And I'll show you what I'm gonna use. Now, I do love ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey also, but this is just a surefire way to not get any funky pieces of meat. It's funny, the reason that I eat some vegetarian meals has nothing to do with like being humane to animals or anything like that. It's just, I don't like it. Okay. So we're gonna cook this for a little bit. I'll show you what it looks like when it's starting to get brown and the consistency that I want before I start adding my water and the taco seasoning. Okay, so now we're gonna start seasoning it up. You can see it's browned up just a little bit. Not a whole heck of a lot, but it's enough. It's enough. And then these are the seasonings that I'm using. I use this most of the time for my tacos. I put probably close to a tablespoon of both of these, the taco seasoning and the chili lime from Real Salt. It is delicious. But basically, I just eyeball it. I just spread it all the way across. And then I do the same with the other one. Oh, so good. You could use taco seasoning packets as well. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of water in it. And just cook it up like you would do your taco meat. It's the same exact concept. Now what's really cool too is you can also make this as enchiladas. You could do it, you know, make some taco flavored stuffed peppers. Like the possibilities are endless too if you replace this with, you know, from ground beef or whatever, if you're vegetarian and trying to do keto. So, yeah, so we're gonna cook this up and look at it. Doesn't that look like ground chicken or ground turkey or something? And it doesn't taste like anything until you season it. It's kind of like cauliflower rice. It's so much better once you season it up, and you don't want it to taste like cauliflower, right? So, oh, this is so good. All right, so I'm gonna let this cool for a little bit, or cook a little bit longer. We're gonna set this off to the side so it can be cooling off a little bit. I have another skillet here that I'm gonna make my cheese shells with, and that's pretty simple. I won't show that. I think I've shown it before, but I love it because I've got this little cheese shell holder. Well, it's a taco holder, but I wrap the cheese over these little humps here, and that makes my cheese shells. So I'll speed that part up so you can at least see some of it. Okay, so the cheese shells are done, and they kind of look like little street tacos. They're so cute, and it's just a little bit of cheese that you put in there and kind of get it kind of crispy. So I've got cut up a little bit of tomatoes, chopped up some lettuce, because these are so small, so there's very little you can really put in here. And then I've got some sour cream, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this Siete creamy jalapeno sauce also. So let's go ahead and put some of the taco meat in here. And again, this is gonna be a lot of leftovers because they're so small. You can't fit a whole heck of a lot in there. I can put a tiny bit more. Okay, let me do this one over here. Andy's watching something, if you can hear him laughing. He's got his headphones on. Okay, so, and I don't put any more cheese either. And then I'm gonna put the sour cream down below. Just a little bit. And I wanted some jalapenos too, but it's just gonna make it too full, you know? Oh my goodness. Looks so good. Okay, now we're gonna top it off with this, and I have not opened it yet. I have had this before though, and it is so good. Just the right amount of a little kick, you know? And there you have it. Vegetarian keto tacos. All right, let me take a picture and we'll do a taste test. All right, so there it is. My ring light broke, so I can't make it any higher right now, so I'm backing up just a little bit. But that is my taco. I'm so excited. These are delicious. Look at that. Good. Yum. Okay, watch this. Listen to the crunch. Well, not crunchy, but it's so good. So delicious. It's a winner taco dinner for me every time. So I'm gonna finish eating these. It is so delicious. Let me know what you think down below. What did you think of this vegetarian series, keto vegetarian series? Again, you know, you don't have to make it this way. You can do all of these recipes and either add a protein or change your protein out. You know, instead of all the veggies in the quiche, you can add some meat in there too. And same with this, you can add whatever you want as your protein. So just thought this would be fun, a little different and helpful. Stay tuned for next week. So you're gonna see another one. I'm not gonna spill the beans yet, but I think it's gonna be a pretty good one also. And you'll find that a lot of this stuff is stuff that I kind of already make. But it's funny because I can't do any one thing that I'm going to be showing you, because no matter what, I always like bacon. I always like my bacon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.